a statement, and then we will take questions.
Obviously, UMass played well, in particular in the second half. What we talked about going in was how we needed to keep them off the offensive glass. We didn't do a great job of that, and I thought Diggins was magnificent. We didn't guard him great, but even when we did guard him well, I thought he found a way to score, and he just played well. But I thought we were where we needed to be at the end of the first half, and then two plays in particular actually just crushed us. Going back to the first half, I thought we let Diggins up for air once and Curry up for air once, and those 2 threes were the separation that they needed in the first half. But in the second half, we gave up a 3 on a missed 3. We gave up a rebound on a missed 3, and then we gave up a rebound on a missed foul shot that led to a 3. And those plays just singularly put us in a bad way. And then I thought UMass took control of the game and certainly took it to us. They played well, and we did not. And we need to get our stuff together for Wednesday, because that's going to be a phenomenal challenge for us.
Questions?
I guess, Rasul, he's kind of improved his points per game. I think, if you look at the stats when he plays in Philly against either you guys or St. Joe's, what was your game plan coming in for him, and how did that game plan sort of fail?
Yeah, well, I think one of the things we talked about was trying to deny him as much as we possibly could, but he's so talented and so smart. He feels the game in a different way than a lot of guys do. And then he's on a roll. I mean, we watched many film clips of him. Like at Duquesne, late in the game, he went for like 20 points in it seemed like 8 minutes. Just absolutely knocked it out. So we watched that. How are we going to deny that? And we needed it again. Not letting him touch the ball was probably as good a strategy as we could have. I thought they ran some good stuff to get him free, and then when I didn't think he was ever selfish one possession today, and getting as many points as he did without being selfish is a pretty remarkable achievement. So he deserves all that credit. But that was our strategy, to try to deny him as best we could, crowd him as best we could, try to keep him off of going to his right, because he's even more dangerous going right. So all of those things were in order, but we just, there was a play where ball got kicked back out to him. We left him, and he backed up and made really a hard shot, I think over Deuce. And then we had a couple of chances late on some switches, and he just drove whoever it was to 18 feet, and then had great footwork to step back and make a couple of threes late as well. So, but that bottom line was our strategy. Obviously didn't take great shape, but that was our strategy, to try to deny him.
Right, I want to say with the caveat, I didn't get here, I was coming from Villanova, so I didn't get here until the second half, and I only saw the box score from receive, so I just want to state that in my question. But just looking at the box score and seeing the second half, I didn't see the whole game, but what has not been going well for you? Is there a common theme in those last 2 games?
Yeah, I think the offensive rebounding that we gave up in both games were extraordinarily high. And then our offense is not clicking great either. We can't, our 2 guards had 9 turnovers that we can't have. And we made some foolish decisions on some shots. I thought we shot quickly on a number of balls that we just can't. We got to take it to the rim a little bit more intelligently, and then a team like this today, I was shocked they only had 5 block shots. I thought they had way more than that. So those blocks that I thought maybe just were changes, but they changed a lot of our stuff at the rim. I thought we were at the rim a number of times in the first half. Couldn't finish it, would have helped us dramatically. But I think the offensive rebounding is not good enough. Our offensive we gave up too many offensive rebounds. We're just not doing a great enough job of keeping people off the glass. So I think it's as much that as anything over these last 2 games. And the other part to this is, I think UMass is really playing very good basketball at this stage, and I think VCU is doing the same. So those are two really good teams that, if we're going to win the game, can have very little margin for error.
Coach, I know as a coach, you kind of got to say, hey, next man up when somebody gets injured, but the reality of the situation is you're not a good enough team to play a team like UMass without a Jalil White, with an injured Demetrius Lilly. Can you just speak on that for a second?
No. That's what it happens to everybody. Guys are going to miss games, and you know, we need to play better. There was a guy like Ryan Zan, in all honesty, saved us in the first half.
played well.
You know, he makes 2 threes that we were struggling to score, and he stepped up and made 2 big shots. He almost had a steal top of the key in the second half, which would have been a big play for us, but it just didn't happen for us. Would I like Jalil to be healthy? Yeah, sure, but he's not. And if he's not able to go, then Ryan Zans and Tunda are ready to play. And so those kinds of that's what happens. So we have to step up. Next man up is the mentality. And everybody, at this time of year, we've played a lot of games. We practice a lot, although we don't practice long and hard anymore. You're trying to get your stuff in an hour 15, get your work done, and move on to the next. You're doing a lot of film watching, and we need to be better.
I think the announcement was lower body for Jaleel. What can you say about where he is health-wise, and are you expecting him for Wednesday?
I hope, but that'll be up to him and the trainer and the doctor. And they'll come to me and say yes, he can go. But it's the combination of Jaleel, the trainer, and the doctor that make that decision. It'd be nice to have him. He didn't play the first time he played St. James.
What about Deuce?
Deuce, that they're hopeful that it'll be a day-to-day kind of thing, but I think a lot in those situations, I think you have to worry about how you feel the next day, specifically the next morning. You see how much. But I think the initial read was we got a chance to have it be day-to-day, as opposed to a tear.
Doesn't not really super serious.
Right. Yeah, there was none of that mentioned to me.
Anything else? Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thanks, George. Thanks, Frank.
All right.